Oh man, no, this is
like
so
made us
annoying.
sick. And I always say this.
Yeah.
I say I wish we weren't right.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, I just wish we could be proven wrong. Please don't prove us right every single time.
Yeah, because we called this.
We called this.
Remember when Bannerman put his banners out there, right?
Yes.
Very brave man in Beijing. He put his banners out there and he had a couple of sayings, like, we don't want a cultural revolution, we want open reform.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, down with Xi Jinping. So people, what they were doing is they were going around and they were actually posting, airdropping documents and flyers, because you can do that with an Apple phone. It's kind of like Bluetooth. If you got a picture on there, you can try it out now. Try and annoy your co-workers at work or wherever you are right now. If you've got a picture, just go like share and you choose airdrop. Yeah. And it'll search for any Apple devices nearby. I was just checking
mine to see if it has the same problem. It does not.
Yeah, of course not. Okay, and then like if you see someone's phone or laptop or something there that's an Apple device, you click on it and it'll pop up a prompt on their one. It will say, someone is trying to send you a picture. Do you want to accept it, yes or no? So people were getting these on the subway. It would pop up and say, Xi Jinping is trying to send you a picture. And if you clicked yes, it would come up with a flyer with Bannerman's demands on it. Okay, so it's kind of like a covert way for people to spread the message. So what Apple has now done is capitulated to China, just like we guessed they would. Mm-hmm. And if they have now changed the Apple operating system, the iOS operating system, in China only, so that AirDrop has to be turned on manually and it can only stay on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So in other words, your phone will no longer be able to just receive AirDrop. You have to go in there and say, I want to receive from everyone, and it only lasts 10 minutes and then it turns off.
Correct.
So that prevents people from being able to anonymously try to send you something.
Yeah.
So that's Apple bowing down to the CCP once again, because the CCP is like, no, we can't have people being able to freely send stuff.
I mean, I was so, like, I was almost like, my mind was pushing it away. I was like, there's no way this is true. It's a rumor. Mm-hmm. And then when it was confirmed, I was like, this is just not okay.
No.
What have we done to get ourselves in a position where a company responsible for freedom of telecommunications is capitulating with one of the worst governments in the entire world, and then expecting everyone to be okay with it? Because here's the deal. This is what I'm trying to battle with. I was like, when we cover this, what kind of solution do we offer? What do you do? What do you do here? Like, how do you pressure a company to say, what are you doing? Like, you can't do that.
Sure.
This is absolutely insane. I mean, this is what's next, right? What's next?
Well, here's the thing. Apple doesn't want to lose its big market share in China. It also has most of its factories and production in China. Okay? So from their point of view, they're like, oh no, we're going to have to do something, or the government's going to boycott us again, or get its people to hate us and not buy our products, or give us trouble with our factories and so on. But that's bullshit. I think Apple should turn it the other way around.
Yeah.
I think Apple should be like, listen, China, we bring so much to your country. Not only do we offer huge amounts of work opportunity for all the laborers that work at our factories, and all the cheap labor and all the skilled labor and everything in between, all the logistics, all of the everything. All right? Because millions of jobs are created because of Apple being in China. So many, like everything that works around getting those factories running, even if it's a plumber or somebody who comes into screwing a light bulb in a factory, there's work being generated, okay? Never mind the actual workers. Logistics, all the chips and all the stuff being sent to China there to build it. The factories themselves, the trade, the fact that China gets so much money off of all the sales of the iPhones and so on. Apple should be like, no, if you want us to stay here, we're going to just not capitulate to your bullshit. That's how it should be. But unfortunately, it's the other way around. Apple's sitting there saying, oh, sorry, master, we'll turn off that. We don't want any kind of freedom of speech or anyone being able to say what they think in the borders of China. So we'll just do what you say. It shouldn't be that way. It should be the opposite way, right?
Absolutely agree.
Anyway, that's what's going on with Apple. It's disgusting. Apple has capitulated to the CCP again and clamped down on freedom of speech. And you know what pisses me off the most? Is that they won't do that elsewhere.
No.
In America, remember they had like some Al-Qaeda terrorists that had plotted and killed a bunch of people or whatever, and the FBI wanted access to the phone of an Al-Qaeda guy or whatever, and Apple was like, no.
So that's the biggest slap in the face, is
Yeah.
that they're like, well, we'll do it within the laws, right? So the law in America says we don't have to capitulate to authorities.
Yeah.
So they won't.
Yeah.
But the law in China says you have to capitulate to authorities and you have to change the actual software, how it runs.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
Isn't it just bullshit? The double standards is what gets me.
Yeah.
Because
That's the biggest part.
If Apple wants to sit there and be like, oh, we believe in privacy and we believe in freedoms and stuff like that, and they're all into promoting minority rights and fringe groups' rights, and they're a very friendly, diverse company. But them doing something like this for mainland China flies in the face of all of that. It deletes all of that.
Yes.
It gets rid of all of that. Like, you can be the most happy, great, loving, open-armed company in the world, but you've just now suppressed 1.4 billion people with your bullshit. So that all gets thrown off the table.
Yeah.
Sorry, Apple, you're just a horrible dictator worshiper. Man, what a disappointment.